Is really okay. I'm just gonna the man himself, indeed. So I was gonna pull up. Uh, I was gonna pull up that just the YouTube video. Audio is terrible. Audio is terrible. Okay, let me try something real quick. Let me try something. Let me. What am I gonna try? Just make sure that this is not audio. Still terrible. I hate this. I'm sorry. I'm trying to. I'm trying to get OBS. Because in the past, I've always just like streamed from my PS5, but I do gain an experience with it. Like so, like I said, I don't know how it sounds, how it looks, anything like that. Um, little on port. So I wanted to pull up the matches. I think start. Okay, so you got character select here. So let's over to. I need to do window capture. 1 second. Yeah, I don't. 1 second. Let me just unplug my USB mic. Okay, is this is that what's going on? Or is it not using that? Okay, for some reason this is sourcing my like webcam microphone instead of my USB mic that I have plugged in. which is really freaking stupid. Yeah, one sec. I'm being do this. Delete that. Yeah. Okay. And we want this to be this thing.
Okay.
Okay.
How
How
is
is
this
this
now?
now?
Is
Is
that
that
much
much
better?
better?
Is
Is
that
that
much
much
better?
better?
Like
Like
smooth
smooth
and
and
buttery?
buttery?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I had
I had
apparently forgotten
forgotten
to
to
select
select
the
the
actual
actual
USB
USB
microphone.
microphone.
So that
So
should be
that should
much
be much
better, right?
better, right?
Both are
Both
using
are
these?
using it?
Okay,
Okay,
let
let me,
me um this is
does
still
it still
echo?
echo?
Let
Let
me
me
maybe get
maybe
rid of
get rid of
this.
this.
I'm
I'm
sorry, I
sorry,
don't
I
know
don't
how to
know how to
do
do
half this
half this
shit.
shit.
Okay.
Okay,
Is it
is
still
it still
echoing for
echoing
you?
for you?
I'm
I'm
sorry.
sorry,
I'm
I'm
trying
trying
to
to
figure it out.
figure it out.
This is
This
still
is still
echoing?
echoing.
Son of a...
Son of a,
I'm
I'm
not
not
sure what
sure
to
what
do
to do
about
about
this.
this.
Crazy.
Crazy.
That's
That's
really
really
annoying.
annoying.
Sounds like two
Sounds like
mics.
too
Yeah,
much.
I
Yeah,
don't
I
know
don't know
what it's
what it's
picking up
picking
on
up
though,
on
is
though. Is what
what's... I
I
don't know what
don't
it's
know what it's
picking up
picking up
on.
on.
Because this is
This is
good.
good.
That... Is this better? I'm just trying to get a feel for what's going on. Can you... Hmm... What I'm telling you is I don't feel like I have a mic. Like it looks like I only have one. This is good. This is good. Okay. Okay, let me just remove this, I think. Or no, I just okay. Okay, we're good. Sorry, I've never streamed with OBS before and it just takes a little bit of learning. Okay, so what I wanted to change was I wanted to change this to window so that I can have my do, 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 do. Properties. Make this window capture. And then let's make this actually. Okay, apparently I'm just stupid. You know what I'm gonna do? Because I don't have the patience to figure this out right now. Is I'm just gonna pull up the stream on my phone if I can, and I'm just gonna read chat from here. Okay, sick. So stream. Hopefully, did I? You can't see anything. Why the hell is this black screen? Why is this black screen? That's a question. Okay, why is this not working? I should have screen capture, and now I've screwed with it. That's what's going on, right? Is I just wanted to go display capture. Okay. So now we should hopefully. No. Why do we still not have? Okay, if I switch to game cap.
Does it show up? Why am I so terrible with this? What is going on? Okay, okay, we're just incredibly delayed. Okay,
I didn't realize there was that much of a delay on my. I didn't realize I was that far behind. Okay, we're fine. Game capture uses the bad mic. Okay, let me fix
fix
it.
that.
Okay, so game capture should be good now. Nah, it's not strange. I just change to the other capture and resize the browser window for your display area, and you should be gold. Yeah, I don't know. I know this isn't buttery smooth like we might have hoped it was, but yeah, I've mastered how to fix the mic. Yeah, I definitely will do like a real video, but so this is the issue of it's being like I need to resize this somehow. I don't understand. I feel really stupid right now. Okay. This was supposed to be easy, and now it's not being easy. Yeah, no, it is because I'm able to actually, do the mix on OBS. Yeah. Okay. That's supposed to like make this better. Okay, but that's OBS, which we don't want. I have no idea. Like I actually just have no idea what I'm doing. This is maybe a wash because that's gonna show up there. Okay. And then here we are. So you said select the source, make sure you're not locked. Okay, that was my issue. I was locked. Okay, Mark, you're helping? Yeah, I am Mac OS. You can change it from OBS in the window to a different window. Yeah, I was trying, but those are the only two windows that show up. Is it? One second. Let me do something stupid. Yeah, it's like only OBS that's showing up. Because like I can do display capture, but then I don't know how to size it. So that's kind of an issue. How hard could it be? He said. Well, okay, that's better. How do I size this appropriately? Scale to window. Canvas? Does that work? Is that what I need to do? Click on the scene, right click the source, and do transform fit to screen. Okay. On the source, not on the scene. So you're saying transform fit to screen. That seems like that should just be the default, no? I'm so sorry, people. At least this gives people time to like figure out what I'm doing. Like, show up. It's like a starting soon screen. Okay. So this, yeah. Okay. So this should be good now. We can hit the full screen and we're good. Yeah, that seems very much like it should just be the way it is. Okay, so you can see the video, the mic is good, and we're Gucci, right? We're good. Thank you, Mark. Oh, hi, Mark. Shoutouts to the room. Okay, so now you're going to help me get the audio level set on this, probably relative to me. So if I'm talking right now, do you want audio on the video or do you just want me to mute the YouTube video? So what do we want? Do we want YouTube video audio or just me talking? Okay, you think a bit of YouTube audio is fine? We'll keep it nice and quiet. Can barely hear the YouTube video. Okay. So you can hear me talk over this just fine? This okay? This is okay? Okay. So, first things first, we're watching. One second. I need to actually just mute it for me, though, I think. Like, turn off my mic, my headphone volume or something. I don't know. This is going to drive me nuts. I'm hearing myself. That's my issue. Okay, there we go. So, we're sitting here and we start with round, like drive rush. There's no video audio at the moment. Oh, yeah. Okay. I accidentally deleted the macOS audio capture. This should, um, application. This I don't know. We're going to try this. Now now there should be YouTube video audio.
Hold down. Wait.
Hopefully, YouTube audio.
Hold on.
Are we okay?
Okay, let's see.
Let me know. Well, I just want to know how to fix it is mainly what's going on. Because I'd like to expand this a little bit. Oh, go away, Sen. Okay, turn it down a bit and we're good. Gotcha. Sick. Okay, cool. So,
Hold on.
so kind of the way we... Okay, it's getting ported. I'm just going to mute it then. I'm just not going to worry about it if it sounds like crap. Yeah, I'm just going to turn it off for now, and we'll be okay, and we'll live with it. Okay? So, the main thing, and bear with me because I'm going to probably be switching scenes here quite a bit. So, to start the video, to start the round, the thing is Tyler is like just super duper reactions based, okay? And he's got very good reactions. Better than mine for sure. So we do round start, drive rush, and we get totally bopped. Can I just say the stream delay is like killing me? There's like a ton of... I'm like so not used to that. Where like chat is, you know, like 30, 40 seconds behind, and I'm just not used to streaming like that. It's just odd. I'm not sure how to decrease latency. Yeah, no one knew I was his coach. That was the point. That was one of his big stipulations, right? Was that no one could know. So anyway, so Tyler's got these reactions on point. So the round start drive rush is something I wasn't like recommending him to do, you know, but it's really not the worst thing because Tyler's using the modern input, so he's getting an 80% scale on it. Settings, advanced, stream delay, make sure enable is off. Okay, thank you. Settings, advanced, stream delay. It is off, so I'm not sure. It is off, so I think this is just... the way it is. I don't have like some ultra low latency setup. But thank you. So let me just do this. Let me switch to game capture for a second. So the way I teach this is I think that at most levels, Marisa wins this matchup just because Gladius is so dang good. So if Guile like lives in this range and wants to throw Sonic Booms or like poke with pretty much anything. Whoops. I'm forgetting I'm playing modern. Okay. If Guile wants to live in this range and kind of poke with like anything, he just gets completely bopped by Gladius. Right? Like spinning back fist loses. Forgot I delayed it. Sonic Boom loses. Stand heavy kick loses. Like so much of what he wants to do just gets destroyed by Gladius. So it's just such a good layer 1 strategy. And like you can, of course, play around it, but that requires like backing off, not throwing booms, whiff punishing. It requires Guile to do like drive rush cancel combos with it, with like back heavy punch and stuff like that, which to be honest is just skills that Tyler doesn't have. Thank you, Mark. And thank you for helping me get kind of this stuff set up with the microphone issues. I really do appreciate it. So, to be honest, it's just like the thing is like the skills that it takes for Guile to win this matchup are just skills that Tyler doesn't have. So, what I sort of expected, and you'll see this a lot, is sort of the layer 1 thing to beat the Gladius is this, right? It's just crouch medium kick. Right? Like, I don't know why I delayed it. But this is like the layer 1 thing that you expect Guile to do if you're charging Gladius in his face, is to do that. But that loses really, really hard to stand heavy kick. So as we watch this, you're going to see Ludwig go for the stand heavy kick a crap ton. And that's because when he and I would play our sets, I was kind of mashing crouch medium kick. I was kind of mashing Guile's low forward to knock him knock him out of the Gladius to beat the armor. But Ludwig didn't really need to do that because, as it turns out, Tyler didn't even really know that was the counter. So, like, honestly, I think it would have been a 10-0, and I'm going to show you it actually should have been a 10-0, but it would have been a 10-0 probably if he would have just stuck to the Gladius and not tried to do as much of this, because this kept getting him hit by sonic booms, because he's trying to crush a crouch medium kick that Tyler didn't even know to do. So, again, game plan was sort of live in this range, charge Gladius, never Superman punch if you see him crouching for so long, right? Only Superman punch when you see him walk back. Tyler's free to safe jumps, which you all saw if you watched it. So mid-screen, our plan was this, right? This was our plan mid-screen, was just do that. If we got a hit in the corner, you saw this one a ton, route to the safe jump. And then if we landed a hit around here, you didn't get to see him do it at all in the set, but Ludwig actually had practiced that combo too. So that's what's going on, right? I learned a really cheesy modern Guile, played like Tyler. It was fun. Now, back to the regular scheduled programming. So here we have this so round start, we do drive rush, doesn't matter. Perfect parries. That's not something I taught him. He's just incredibly good at that. It was actually really frustrating to deal with in the matchup. Yeah, I mean, people just DP or they, get hit. So like the perfect parries, that's all Ludwig, man. Like that's just him being, a god gamer and having skills, because you can't teach somebody how to time a 2-frame input. Like he just was really good at it. So we walk here, we take the throw. This was something we talked about a lot that he got hit by, and it's very annoying. Because if you know anything about Modern Guile cannot do an overhead. Okay, so like the only access to an overhead that Modern Guile has is after the target combo. So one of the things we talked about was anytime Guile's drive rushing at you, block low. Just block low, delay tech. Not much he can do about it, right? So it was a little frustrating to see him constantly get clipped by the crouch medium kick, but it is what it is. But he's playing patiently. Another perfect parry. That was supposed to be Gladius, obviously. That was probably supposed to be Gladius too. Boom. We live with it. That's just unlucky. That one's unlucky too. Like, he's just getting clipped out of startup on a lot of those. Boom. I wish he was starting this with stand heavy punch. Like, I'll just be honest. I really wish he was just doing stand heavy punch to start that just because it's more damage. But we rode into the safe jump. And we practiced this combo a ton. Even though he dropped it a lot in this set, we did practice that a crap ton. I was super duper excited watching that. So this is the other thing that we sort of lived with or settled on was this round start driver, like doing OD Gladius near the start, because Tyler loves to wait for drive rush, which drive rush OD Gladius beats. And then, yeah, definitely Sen. Definitely was. I think he reached out to me initially around the start of May. Here, I have a screenshot I took when I realized he was a channel member, because every once in a while, you just like check, you're like, oh, we have new channel members. So yeah, May 7th was when he first like had reached out to me, was like May 7th or May 8th. And then we didn't really work together for like, I don't know, it was like a week and a half ish where we didn't really talk, because he was like grinding for that 2x KO tournament that he did. But then, I reached out. I was like, hey, are we still doing this thing? And he's like, yeah, absolutely, we're still doing this. And then we were working together like every day for like 5.5 weeks or something like that. We missed a couple days here and there just because schedules didn't work out. But I also just would like make him videos, which is part of the reason my YouTube content has been a little slower lately, is just because I've been putting so much effort into this. But anyway, back to the match. We talked about doing this like OD Gladius early on, because Tyler loves to also start with OD Sonic Boom, which OD Gladius beats. Drive rush into crouch medium kick. This is something we talked about. Marisa's still green here. So let me actually go back to game capture for a second. So this is something for those of you that don't know, is doing like crouching moves out of drive rush, if you're doing them like late into the drive rush, is actually kind of difficult, because what you have to do is you have to hit like if I do this early, I can just mash it, right? Like it'll come out no problem. But if I try to do this late, you see how that'll happen? Where now it says it's only +5 instead of being +9. So what that is the down will stop the drive rush. So you have to hit the down and the medium kick like kind of at the same time. And you'll actually see that happens, and it matters later. And because Tyler does a drive rush into a bazooka knee, there's a game where Tyler loses at the end because he does this. Excuse me, I'm pressing my classic inputs now. Where he does this, right? And he thinks he gets drive rush out of it, but he actually just hits the back too early. So he actually gets, whoops, now I'm actually incapable of failing it. But he gets that, where he presses back too early and it stops the drive rush. So instead of bazooka knee being 0 on block, it's -4. And then he presses and he gets counter hit, and Ludwig wins the round. So like, it does matter. And it's something that Ludwig and I were very cognizant of. So when you see him still be green here, like this is Oki that he really, really practiced. And it, it's unfortunate because Tyler always blocks low, so there's no reason to go for meaty lows. But it is something he practiced a lot. Okay, here, this is fine. We hit by crouch medium kick out of the corner, doesn't matter. I would have loved to see him anti-air that. Okay, here we go. Here, I'm baiting flash kick all day, every day. Just because that's what Tyler does when he gets into the corner. That target combo has been kind of contentious among people, because they're like, oh, well, that's super punishable, and Tyler wasn't punishing it. And that's true. But I literally told Ludwig that. I was like, dude, like, you don't want to do that on block. And when we would play sets, I would punish it. I wouldn't punish it super hard. I do like crouch medium kick into flash kick, but I would punish it. And then I'd be like, you know what, though? It doesn't really matter because Tyler's not going to punish it. So who cares? Like, just do it. Like, we can take risks because even if he does punish it, he's going to do some awful combo that does no damage. So, really wish he had learned that counter hit confirm. I tried to teach him that, but kind of left some of that on the table too. Gladius, drive rush into it. Woohoo. So, this is something that Ludwig kind of discovered playing the matchup. And Tyler's better at getting this flash kick, and we knew he would be. But from this range, it can be very difficult. We're like maybe a little closer than this, but from this range, Guile's flash kick has a tendency to go underneath Marisa if he does it at a bad timing. What was the plan if Tyler1 somehow got super cracked and knew the Marisa matchup because he played with Lazy Daily? Lose. So I don't want this to be like, I don't want to bash Tyler too much because like the dude's just doing his best. But the way I see it, the way he plays, he will be at this skill level forever unless he changes his approach. So this is just the way he plays. This is the way he learns stuff. So I didn't really feel like it was going to be an issue that he was going to learn the matchup. Because even if he learned the matchup, what was he going to learn? He was going to learn, oh, do crouch medium kick. And then we had stand heavy kick. And you'll see that Ludwig does it a ton. And it doesn't really get him anything because Tyler doesn't really know to push crouch medium kick. Does it, doesn't get punished. This is something that Ludwig got really good at, is actually playing against burnout. You'll notice he doesn't go for DI. He doesn't really go for Superman punch. He doesn't really do a whole lot of easily reactable stuff because when my modern Guile, I tried to play like Tyler, right? So Ludwig got really good at walking up and doing one medium, doing single hit medium punch into single hit medium punch, and just not really biting. That he delayed it, but that's fine. Okay. Game 2. Walk and block, we're good. Again, I mentioned this. The thing that gets me is we talked about this. Like, if you see Guile drive rushing at you, don't stand up. Like, just hold down back. We know that Guile doesn't have an overhead here. Again, we could have started out with heavy punch. Down forward heavy punch. He screws up here. He gets overexcited. He just did the wrong thing. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely a huge W. It feels good as a coach, feels good as a teacher. Yeah, Ludwig would watch a lot of Tyler stuff. I really only watched Tyler against Marisa. I didn't really care too much about yeah, Tyler's MR fluctuates anywhere from like 1400s to low 1600. So it's just kind of what it is. I can't really talk like I'm 1700, but right now, but 2 days ago I went on a salt fueled, streak and got down to like 1580 before I won like, 18 of 20 to get back up there, but that's just how it goes sometimes, People are streaky. Okay, so this is something that even a couple days ago, Ludwig was still like this safe jump was something that even a couple days ago, he dropped it. That's annoying. Forgot that. That's just unlucky. Who cares? You get flash kicked. We got a huge life lead. This is where for me it's like, channel your inner Jigglypuff. This is something we kind of talked about was like, what's he gonna do? Like if you have a life lead, what's he gonna do? Like just play patiently. Walk up throw, that's sick. This is a habit I wish Ludwig would have I wish Ludwig would have tapped into and exploited more because oh my goodness, Tyler did that like every time almost that he did drive rush after throw. So that's stand heavy kick right there. That's what I'm talking about. And then he does it again. Why? Because he's trying to anticipate a crouch medium kick that just isn't coming. Right? So, boom. This is something we talked about all the time. I told him that, I mean, this is something I like to do against Giles in general. It's just walking in this mid range and like charging an OD Gladius, because this beats so much of what Giles going to do. He could sweep or crouch medium kick here, but that'll lose if you don't charge it, right? But this is going to beat Sonic Boom. This is going to beat Stand Heavy Kick. This is going to beat Back Fist. This is going to beat EX Sonic Boom, excuse me, OD Sonic Boom. You can delay this flash kick like a lot. And I think that happens like at least once in the set, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah, well, that was something that I noticed that, we noticed, but I noticed especially was that Tyler just got completely farmed by safe jumps. Like just completely farmed. And one thing that we noticed, or one thing that I identified early, was that like we can play risky. We can do stuff that's a little stupid and a little silly in charging these Gladiuses, because Tyler's combos are so bad that like who cares if he hits us? Like he can't really make it hurt. So that was one of the things we identified early on. There's the round start, EX Sonic Boom. Already burns himself out, which Tyler does a lot. Again, it would have been great if he could confirm it. That's a really good job delaying that by Tyler, because that would go the wrong way otherwise. So this is something we talked about more so doing out of like the medium punch target combo that you go into phalanx. But we did identify that you could use phalanx to go over level 1. A little bit unfortunate that Tyler didn't quite know how to deal with this, but like he could just flash kick that, he's fine. Here, I would have liked to see him do medium, medium, right? Just do medium, medium, and do another one. I would have liked to have seen that. Yeah, once you see somebody get hit by a safe jump, you're like, oh, they just don't know how to deal with this. And again, anti-air there, and it's like almost over. And then boom, we got combos. How about that? GG's, don't drop a round, baby. 4 rounds in a row. It's incredible. But that's a mistake that Tyler does a lot. It's a mistake that actually happened to me a lot too when I'm playing Guile, is you'll try to throw a heavy Sonic Boom and then you just end up getting this stupid spinning back fist. Okay. Of course, I'd fast forward and then miss it immediately. Okay. So there's OD Sonic Boom at the start again. Full charge Gladius. Who cares? Okay, there he blocked low, right? There he blocked low. There we go. Overall, I think Ludwig's really good at that too, of releasing this armor, like releasing the Gladius when he sees the armor. That's just nerves, I think. This is no kidding. The very first thing, like the first video that I gave him to practice, things to practice, was just do medium, medium target combo and just work on hit confirming it. And go into light Gladius on block and go into medium Dema on hit. That's the very first thing that we talked about. Right? That was the very first thing we talked about. And he was not hit confirming that till he was like Diamond 3. Like, this was bad. That was a bad DI. Good drive reversal. It's a decent option. That's a heck of a conversion. I mean, that's tough to recognize. And yes, I'm going to tell you this because no one has the opportunity to know this, but he does confirm this based off of distance. Okay, so Ludwig really does. Maybe you don't believe me, but Ludwig really does go, oh, that's far away. I do towards medium punch. It's close. I do back heavy punch. He actually can confirm this based off of the distance. So that's pretty cool. Command grab is what he should go. I mean, bait the flash kick probably, right? But it's not a huge deal. Who cares? There we go. We get, he flash kicks at this time. has a read on it. And now it's just like, just throw the shit out, Wait for the sonic boom, throw it out. Good jump, bad combo. Yes, and I did actually. That was one of the first videos I sent him because I feel like that is like the best I've ever articulated the Guile matchup, I think. But yes, I did. That was one of the first sets I showed him. I've shown that set to a number of people that have asked about Guile because I just think it's so good. I mean, you've seen that every time somebody comes into Marisa Cord and ends up asking about the matchup. That's what I do. So I'm not sure what that was supposed to be. I'm gonna be honest with you. I have no idea. Safe jump. What gets me is I think he did medium here and he can't. I kept trying to tell him to do light because medium is like really hard to time. I mean, it's not really hard to time, but I kept telling him to do light. And if he just does the light gladius, it kills. And I think that from there, the set is, it's like really a GG's. Boom. Kill him. Kill him dead. So, like, it's just a really big deal, right? Okay. And here we got what? Round start, like OD Gladius. Runs into the Sonic Blade. Little unfortunate. So this is what I was talking about, right? If Guile doesn't delay this flash kick, jumping from this range can be actually really hard. Boom. I don't know why he went into Gladius there. I think he just wasn't expecting it to hit. Boom. Safe jump again. And I think he drops this combo. This would kill. Yeah, he just delays the towards heavy kick. That would have killed. Boom. And then heavy gets the job done. It's like Ludwig did a lot of grinding. I mean, I take credit for the game plan, for teaching him the character for sure, but he did a lot of practice, He did a lot of practicing. And I really, really respect that. It was funny. Like, I just was chuckling every time I'd see somebody talk about how he's not taking the game seriously or he doesn't really care about the FGC. It's like, to me, you can't get more grassroots than, like, my channel. It's not a whole lot of people, Not a whole lot of people know about me. So this was something I was actually a little disappointed didn't come up because it doesn't happen here, but let me show this. Let me go to game capture real quick. So one of the things we'd looked at. Whoops, I forgot my buttons for a second. One of the things we'd looked at was that in a lot of contexts, if Guile does this medium punch target combo, maybe not from this. Maybe I need to do it as like a different string. So let me do it as like this. Trying to think. So something he does a lot is like this, is like spinning back fist into this. And if you block this like kind of spaced out, there's this thing where like that happens. Where if you just walk back, the second hit will whiff. So like if you block the tip of this thing, the second hit of the target combo will whiff. Of course I'm having trouble showing it off. But there's a lot of spaces. And now I'm not showing it, of course. I'm like, you're gonna think I'm lying to you. But like there are a lot of things where if you block kind of the back half of the move, yeah, he really did grind. He really did. How do you get to know about me? I think he got to know about me just by looking up Marisa guides. I think maybe and I'm sure he will explain this whenever he inevitably makes a video. I can't imagine he's not going to. But I think just like he saw the Marisa Bible that I had out, and like, not to toot my own horn too much, but like I don't think there's a resource to learn any character quite to the level that I have put out content for Marisa. So I think that's how he got to know me. Yeah, he did. He had a crap ton of time. And if you look at just matches that like he played, like he's actually played more matches in this matchup than Tyler has, right? So, but anyway, there's spots. What I was saying is there are spots where if you block the very tip of this, you can like just like walk back and you can get like medium off of it. And I wish that would have come up more. I think there's one spot where it could have come up and then it doesn't, right? So I know it's like no matter how much, like I've had this channel for 3 years now, like, and I think it'd be like the easiest thing in the world for like a JP player or a Manon player or, a Lily player or a Geef player or like insert any character here was, you know, like you could just port my channel to literally any other character, which I will probably do when Tifa is released. Okay. I'm not saying I'm going to be a Tifa only channel. So yeah, I was so excited about that. Also, just in case anybody is new here, I'm the Marisa guy. I coached Ludwig for like the last month and a half ish for his match against Tyler1. Appreciate the support. Appreciate everybody checking this out. But I just feel like it'd be the easiest thing to just like port my channel like to another character. Just be like, oh, he does Oki videos. Great, I'll do Oki videos. Oh, he does, neutral videos. I'll do neutral videos. He does combo guides. And like, it'd be the easiest thing in the world. And just no one does it. It's crazy. No one does it. Okay, so let's get back to the actual set here. So we were looking at, yeah, that's what I'm saying. And like I know Nephew has like his ultimate jury guide or whatever, but it's paywalled. So it's like, the Marisa Bible's free. It will always be free. Okay. Yes, I coach Ludwig. Did you hear him shout me out on stage after the 5-0? I mean, yeah, that's just me being a teacher, right? Like, I had a principal I worked for that's like the three things: you tell them what you're going to tell them, you tell them what you told them. Like that's teaching, right? So I think that that's kind of the main thing. But you probably wouldn't believe me if I said I don't really make notes. Like I keep it all in my head. Like I'll just go through takes until it comes out right. But I one take all my videos. Maybe not all of them. The Marisa Bible I didn't one take. Okay, the Marisa Bible had some editing, but not a ton. And each of the segments was one take. Okay, it is our turn there. Sent a gift. Am I having a Brian F moment where it's like they sent a gift of whatever, and you're like, what the heck is that? Party blowers. Thank you for your gift of party blowers. If that has monetary value, I apologize. And if it doesn't, thank you anyway. Yeah, he shouted me out. So Ludwig went up 5-0, and then he shouted me out halfway through. It's fantastic. Yeah, no, I agree. And that's why I think, like, honestly, like, I don't know that I could have coached Tyler1. You know what I mean? Like, it would have been tough coaching somebody with that mentality. But I'd be willing to bet that I'm a better teacher than Knuckledew is. I didn't really watch much of their sessions, but I'd be willing to bet that I'm better at it than he is because literally what I have my degree in, and I know I'm good at it. So, okay, we walk up, we take it. So this is something we talked about. So that is, we get crouch jab into OD. So this is something that's actually kind of difficult to do. And I'm not sure, I'm sure there is some way to do it. But Okay. We want countdown of a full second. And we're going to do that. And then I'm going to say block reversal. I want him to do this. And I think I don't have him on block all. Why is that happening? Because I have him. Okay. So let me record this again. Like that. And we will do... I'm trying to get this set up to show you tech. Oh, thank you. You're right. Game capture. Sorry. You're right. Thank you. That's okay. I was dropping shit anyway. So I'm gonna put him to do this on count 2. Okay, that's not. I can't really do this. Let me do it the other way then. Let me pick Guile, and then we have Marisa do this. So now I don't want the delay though. So the issue with this, whoops, is you can charge it to beat that. And you can do like button into OD Gladius. And that will work. But I think if she does like a slighter charge, like that, then it's like you don't have time to like interrupt it really. So like it's sort of like this mind game, I guess. So first man I've seen use Mac multi-screen to function. I don't know, like I'm just kind of I actually am switching scenes. So I'm just, but yes, because I just have OBS down. So the point is like there are counters to it, but it's not so obvious, and all of that's gonna lose to just doing like light Gladius into it. And you don't really want to do like jab into OD flash kick because like what if you're wrong? You know? So it is what it is. There's the low. That's just unfortunate. That's too far away. He would know that's too far away. And actually, 1 second. I'm going to be back in like 2 seconds. I'm looking at chat on my phone just because of I don't have OBS constructed correctly. And I just want to get a charger to plug my phone in. So give me like 30 seconds. Okay, I'm back. I need to still find a place to plug it in because I didn't think this through. My phone's at 3%. I don't want it to die. Daha. Okay. Crisis averted. Phone plugged in. It was awesome to watch, wasn't it? I literally watched it on the TV with my parents. I was literally watching it with my folks. They don't know anything about Street Fighter. Well, honestly, Mark, like, I think there were quite a few people early on that were trying to do Marisa content, and then they sort of just couldn't compete with my niche. I think there were quite a few people that were trying to. Okay, so I'm back. I'm back for realsies. I lost 20 viewers while that. I mean, they were excited. They knew. I mean, they knew. He told me I couldn't tell anybody, but I'm like, well, I told my mom like immediately when he called me. So I was like, okay. Believe it or not, we actually practiced perfect parrying this. My family they got a kick out of it when the couch was like, "Who's this guy's coach? Who's this guy's coach?" You know, that was funny. But we actually practiced perfect parrying this because I knew he would do it. Violated NDA. Hey, I never signed nothing. Okay, but we actually practiced perfect parrying that and punishing it. He knew that he should go into crouch, light punch, crouch, or into stand medium punch probably. But this was like the one area I was actually concerned about. Is Ludwig cannot react to DI. I told Lud immediately because I'm like, yeah, my mom's like, in her 50s and we live in like the Midwest. Like, I don't think she knows anybody that's gonna tell Tyler1 who you're playing, you know. But Ludwig cannot react to DI. If Tyler would have if you're spamming it, of course, he'll react to it eventually. But I would often DI him like 3 times in a row on wake up, and he just would do nothing about it. Didn't have charge. He does that to burn him out because he knows he's not going to really get punished, so he doesn't really care. There we go. Gladius out of the corner. Sick. And here again, it's like, you don't need to approach him too hard. Boom. We jump over. He DIs. I don't know why he DI'd. That was completely bizarre. I was concerned this would drop because I've seen this, he's had this issue where this combo is dropped before. So I was actually concerned that one would drop. I don't think he threw on purpose because he just dropped combos. We're going to get there. He should have won 10-0 because every game that he lost, he basically had a round where there was a round that he lost that he actually shouldn't have lost. Okay. So game 5, Bronze Star Superman punch. Let's go. Bates flash kick. Who cares? This is late. So if I go back to game capture here, for Marisa, medium is -8. Okay. So if I just do this, whoops, I still have him doing this. So if I just do medium, this is -8. So if he just does reversal flash kick, it's a punish counter. You just mash it, right? Now that loses to this, and this is what I was Ludwig when we were practicing. He would get better combos here because there's actually this thing where if you release this as soon as you have the armor, Guile lands in front of you, and you actually get this, which he hit a ton in our games, right? He hit that a ton in the games we played together, but in the actual set, I don't know if it's because he's playing on PS5, so he's more delayed, but he was just letting it rock. And from there, if you full charge it, or if you just release it a little bit late, he ends up behind you and you don't get nearly the punish. So it would have been cool if he would have landed the big combos, but didn't need them, I guess. Okay, we get the full punish on it. We go for the big combo. We get it. This is just dumb. I don't know. I don't know why he did that. I don't know why he did this. Drive rushing here was incredibly dumb. And then the other thing I kept trying to get him to do was to delay tech. I wanted to make sure I changed it. Okay. I wanted to get him to delay tech whenever he baited DP, and he just refused to do that too. So we added that too late, which is a shame. And then he gets stunned, which is actually probably good to take the stun here. This is one of those spots where I wish he would have just like OD Gladius, like here, like just charge OD Gladius or even heavy Gladius, which is maybe what that heavy punch was supposed to be. Anti-air, we worked on this. Then he just misses it, drops the combo again. And there, that's what I was talking about. You can do that you can do that jab into flash kick, but it's not that good. Yeah, exactly. I mean, look at this. This is why I knew we could win. This is why I knew we would win. And I was telling people, like, whenever I would talk to my like people that, you know, like my parents or whatever, and I would talk about this upcoming just because they were like the only people I could talk to, was I've been saying for 2 weeks that I thought Ludwig was gonna smoke him. Right? Just because I know that Tyler has a very exploitable strategy. And if you want to play super risky, Mariza's like the worst character to play against. But that's like what? Like, here, let's actually look. We don't need to play guess. We can actually just look. Let's figure out how much damage that was. Did he jump in? 1 second. I don't remember if he jumped in. Okay, yeah. So he starts with jump medium. He doesn't even do jump heavy. He did jump medium. So he does this, and then he's just jumping and holding. That is 1,800 damage. So that big stun combo, he got a stun. He did 1,800 damage. That's why I wasn't super concerned with this, right? That's why I knew we could win. I didn't change scenes, did I? Okay, I did. Okay. Tyler's strategy basically requires him to win like 15 interactions. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And our strategy means we get to win 2 or 3. Anti-air, would have loved to see the drive rush, didn't get it. Jump out, could have comboed there. Who cares? You know, this burns him out, so like doesn't really matter. And then he reacts with the level 1 when he shouldn't. Boom. We have not dropped a round yet, by the way. Armor through it. We're spending our meter kind of recklessly a little bit, but I don't think it matters that much. There, that's his big combo because that's the auto combo. I mean, that's the thing, you know. I mean, I'll say this, like my Guile right now, my modern Guile that plays like Tyler1, I hit master. I didn't play a whole lot of ranked, but I've got a sub 50% win rate. Well, I actually don't know that. I've got a sub 50% win rate overall, but a lot of that's Ludwig kicking my ass in the matchup because he actually plays it pretty well. For me, like big combos aren't like a beginner trap, but this we talked about is when Guile's in burnout, all of a sudden you can just do medium, medium, empty. It doesn't matter. I like he keeps this simple here. Boom, gets the kill. That's game 5, right? This is where he shouts me out, calls me the Mariza goat.
Many levels. You are watching integrity. We love that. To be honest, Did you think that he was
Let's.
this good? What do you mean he's playing Marissa? I have a 20% win rate against Marissa.
Oh my goodness, I was popping off so hard. I was jumping up and down in my living room, dude. I was like, you know. I thought he was gonna 10-0 him. I really did.
I can't beat anybody at Marissa.
Oh my goodness, you can tell he's genuinely upset.
We're getting a 10-0, and it's all thanks to my coach. I want to shout out Zach Hankey's the Marissa God.
Let's hear that again.
Shout out. All thanks to my coach. I want to shout out Zach Hankey's the Marissa God. Shout out.
I love that. I love that he shouts me out. And then, like, later in the set, James Chen even still says, whoever his coach was, which, like, I get James Chen doesn't know who I am. But, you know. Like, you know. It's not exactly like whoever his coach was. Fast forward through some stuff. Sick. Okay. Hey, man, I'm bringing the Marisa representation. It was so hard not telling people. I just wanted to tell all the Marisa people that, you know. Okay, he flash kicks it. Sent Sunshine for 200 joules. Again, I have no idea what that means, but thank you so much for it. Have that shout out as a donation notification. Yeah, I probably should. I just clip that and like, Zach Henke, the Marisa God. I probably should have that. I probably will clip that eventually in the future. That is a good idea. It's going to sound really silly when I'm playing Tifa in a year. Yeah, I actually had coaching sessions with the dude. We like every day for like the last month at least, 5 weeks. 5 weeks met pretty much every day. Weekends, weekdays. A lot of fun. So this is what I'm talking about. This is what Ludwig's really good at. Is charge Gladius, and he sees the armor and he releases it. Well, thank you for the jewels. So this is something that he probably should, like, obviously Tyler should have done more, is that crouch light kick, which is auto light. Back in Marisa, I can already tell, just when I decided to try Viper. Honestly, I think Viper might be the next character I stick some time into. I don't know. It's tough. I've got Alex in Master. I've got Guile in Master. I don't know, though. In some strange way, Viper kind of feels the most Marisa coded to me, because it's like, you kind of just play neutral and whiff punish, and then you win. So I don't know. He did so well at this. Okay. Can we just please block this flash kick? We all know it's coming, right? Oh, he jumped. He didn't flash kick. Okay, so game 6. I think he drops this combo too. So again, this is another win. Oh no, okay. He doesn't drop it at that time. Charge OD Gladius, sick. That's not real Oki there. That is real Oki, but he didn't time it properly. Anyway. Yeah, I don't know. I really have to gel with characters. But if there's something people want to see, like, specifically, then I would totally love to see. I'd love to hear if people are like, hey, do more videos on this. I could not believe he didn't command grab until right here. Okay, so the thing is, though, like, and I talked about this earlier when we weren't in here, is that the counter to that, like, if Guile wants to be like, oh, you're doing Gladius, you do this, right, all the time. Like, if that's what Guile wants to do, like, that is a counter to Gladius. So, like, whoops. There we go. If he wants to just do this, like, he can. And, like, that'll beat Gladius, sure. But it opens him up to this. Right? So, like, that's actually a layer that you'll see Ludwig goes for the stand heavy kick a lot. And he goes for that stand heavy kick a lot. And it doesn't really work out for him because Tyler doesn't know that he should do lows. Right? Like, Tyler literally doesn't know that he can do lows to beat this. How do you counter Marisa DP? How do you counter this? You flash kick it. It's really tough. But what I had told Ludwig was basically something that I tell everybody, which is if you see Guile crouching, don't do it. Yeah, exactly. Tyler never saw that. Yes, heavy kick is what you do. It's like he hits crouch medium kick, you just spam the crap out of this. But what I told Ludwig basically was like, if you see him crouching, don't do this. If you see him walking back, or you have like a feeling about the timing on a boom, sure, take it. But if you see him standing, then we can throw a Superman punch. Because even though you're like, well, you can react to this with like a jab. It's hard to react with DI to the light one. But if you can like react to this with DI, this you can't. This you can't. This one, yeah. This one's pretty tough to react with DI, like consistently. Because it's, you have to hit it like before the act. Like, it doesn't really look distinct in its animation. But this would also beat the lows. And then the idea was, hey, if he's walking back, then we can throw out Superman punch to try to go over a Sonic Boom. Yeah, you usually don't react to Boom with Superman. In low level, you counter Demon with neutral jump. Riz can't really do much against neutral jump. I mean, it depends what you mean by low level, I guess. And it also depends what you mean by neutral, like when you're talking about neutral jumping. Like, from here, I guess you can neutral jump. Like you can neutral jump from there. And she can't really do much. But like, if you're here, well, then I can do that. Then I can do that. Like, I can try to Gladius you on landing or something. So, like, she has some options, even something as silly as, like, drive rush crouch heavy punch. So, but this is good. I mean, it's a good option. Yeah, I knew you didn't mean Demo, because that doesn't make any sense. But generally, you want to try to jab this, but, like, you just, like, jab into knockdown, and, like, what do you do? Jump, medium punch, target combo, yeah. It's good. It's a good option. Okay. Let's go back to the set. So what I was saying, and you'll notice this, and it's probably because Tyler literally doesn't know. Howdy, howdy, howdy. So he does his first command grab in game 6. Our plan going into this was basically what I had said to him was the only Oki we need to do are overheads and command grabs. Because he never jumps on wake up. He never blocks high on wake up. He doesn't parry on wake up. Right? So if he thinks you're going to medium, he does OD flash kick. If he thinks you're going to throw him, he will delay tech. If he thinks you're going to command grab him, he will do OD flash kick. Like, that's his option, is OD flash kick. If he thinks, I mean, that's it. He doesn't try to be like, oh, you're going to command grab me, neutral jump. Oh, you're going to do an overhead. I'm going to block high, or I'm going to try to parry. He's like, if I think you're going to do anything, I'm going to OD flash kick. So you kind of medium with whatever the heck you want. This is where I wish he just let an OD Sonic Boom. Yeah, he didn't really need it, to be fair. And a lot of those situations where you would use the command grab, like mid-screen, like medium demo or setups like that, we kind of just wanted to go into OD demo, into the safe jump, was what we wanted to do most of the time. Okay. So this is the first game we lose. This is the first game that Ludwig loses. Okay. So he loses round 1. He's getting a little crazy with the meter. Goes for that. Doesn't matter. Okay, gets this. Driver baits the flash kick. Okay, this is the wrong combo, obviously. He's not paying attention to his meter. He's too far from the... I haven't really watched anything about Avatar Legends, but I will say this. Generally, I'm a grounded game kind of guy. I don't really like air dashers. I just don't really understand neutral, to be honest. It feels way too like busybody for me. Um, I like Street Fighter pretty much, you know. So I don't know. I'll probably check it out, you know. I'll probably check it out. Just watch some stuff when the beta is going on and see if it looks like my kind of game. But like I tried 2x KO and I was like, I bounced off it pretty fast. So this is the wrong combo. Obviously, this is the wrong combo. I like he doesn't burn himself out. He recognizes that. Then he gets the DI, and then he completely forgets the combo. Okay. I would like to try to recreate all the damage here just to know if we had a kill. Yeah, well, I think meter management, the reason he really shouldn't spend it here is just if he just does the safe jump, he just farms it. Like he just does the safe jump combo. Okay, so we have punish counter jab. I'm just going to do this damage on a separate screen, okay? So we land punish counter jab. I need to set HP to standard. Okay. Punish counter jab. Tor's medium punch on counter hit. Okay. There were that's how I feel with short hops and KOF. I just don't get it. My issue with KOF and with Fatal Fury, my issue with City of the Wolves in general, because I played that a little bit. Yeah, I really coached Lud. I'm for real. He shouted me out. You watch the set. He's up 5-0. He shouts me out. So he also on his Twitter shouted out my book, Zealot's Trial, available for purchase now on Amazon or anywhere books are sold. Just thought I'd throw that one in there. So he what was I saying now? My issue with like City of the Wolves is like I feel like it's very, and take this for what it's worth coming from a Street Fighter 6 player. So he I feel like there's a lot of combo homogeneity. Second Marisa author book I bought. Yeah, Fem Chef's the other one apparently. Only tell me if you think my book's better, okay? I'm kidding. I'm teasing. Only love towards Shep, I promise. And then crouch light kick on counter hit. I'm just trying to piece up the damage. And then counter hit jab, jab into light demo. Okay. Then punish counter, okay. Okay. So I now have the same HP setup as what Ludwig had in the set. So he got, did he get hit by the DI or did he block the DI? He blocked the DI. Okay. So I now have the same setup here. So I'm going to block. Fixed. Ludwig was burnt out here too, right? Yeah. Okay. Well, obviously not burnt out there. Okay, so okay, chat room. I don't think there's like a direct combo to kill here. unless he had super. So I guess he could have done. I'll say I don't think Ludwig knew a combo to kill here, right? Because level 1 would kill. But what we do know is that that's unblockable, right? So like if he would have just done this into the safe jump, like we know Tyler would have gotten hit by it, right? Yeah, he did have level 1. He did. He had level 1. But I didn't teach him any combos into level 1. So he could have killed, but like I could have killed, but Ludwig didn't know a combo to kill there. But if he would have just hit the safe jump, like he would have just done, Dima into heavy into the safe jump, it would have killed. And then he ends up losing the round. Because he can't, he could have thrown that. That's a really good flash kick. And then he can't react to DI for crap. I don't, depending on the combo, probably not actually. But no, he couldn't have chipped because if he would have hit him on the stun, he would have gotten his drive gauge back. What are you talking about, dude? Making me feel like I'm crazy. Yeah. Okay. So I don't think he should have messed around with medium Dima. If Lad hadn't fumbled his mid screen combo, would it have killed? I mean, that's tough to say because, like, if Ludwig hadn't fumbled his mid-screen combo, like, he wouldn't have had him in the corner burnt out. Like, he would have just done the safe jump and Tyler would have got hit by it, and then he would have done another safe jump and Tyler would have got hit by it, probably. So, which is kind of how this round goes. So we get that. We charge this. He goes for flash kick. I wish he was starting that with at least stand heavy, but I understand, kind of tournament combo situation. Like, you just want to do the thing you know you're not going to drop. Here, he could have done OD Dima into safe jump. But this is where we talked about. This is what I talked about. What's our other Oki here? Charge down forward fierce. Charge overhead into back heavy. Boom, boom. Save the meter. So what's funny here is this is only plus 41. So this safe jump here is only plus 41. Okay? So I'm going to show you something. Which is... doesn't really matter. So if I do this, right? If he wakes up with OD flash kick, I can safe jump that. Right? But if he wakes up with a light flash kick, that beats it clean. Okay? So, yeah, I'm also enjoying seeing Marisa, kind of get fun in the sun. But this is punishable. But I was not worried about that. Why? Why, you ask, would you not be worried about that? That seems like a really big weakness in this, right? Well, the reason I wasn't worried about that is because Guile's auto flash kick is medium flash kick. So what I knew is that in order for that to not be a safe jump, Tyler would have to do the manually inputted light flash kick, which, let's be honest, he wasn't going to do that. So yeah, like he was just going to do like the modern input flash kick. So like who cared? I wasn't gonna deal with that. We weren't gonna do that. So we plus 41 plus 42 doesn't matter. Like we just do this. Boom, perfect KO. So, we dropped around there. We should have won, probably. Perfect in game 2. So this is what I'm talking about. You see this happen quite frequently, okay? Stand heavy kick. Yeah. I mean, I looked into it, I was a football coach for 6 years. So like game planning and coaching and understanding opponent tendencies is kind of something that I geek out on. But you see like a lot of these saying heavy kicks. That's because he's anticipating crouch medium kick. But Tyler just doesn't actually know to push it. I'm willing to bet. I haven't asked him, but I'm willing to bet that this was supposed to be walk forward OD Gladius. Tack. It's a bad tack. What are we mashing for? No one knows. Burn ourselves out. Thank you for the congratulations. Eating chip. Doesn't matter. At this point, he's up 6 games. Like, you just don't really care that much. Just block it out. Get your drive gauge back. Okay. Here we are. He's almost burnt out. That sucks, right? But game 1, he had the stun, or round 1. But like round 1, so like this is the game that he lost, right? This is the first game he lost. And round 1, he shouldn't have lost because he had him stunned and he just brain farted on the combo. So like, here, let's, did I really take him from plat 3 level to this? Did I start getting nervous? No, I didn't get nervous. Tyler was going to win? No. I was nervous the whole time. This is what my replay list looks like. Oh, never mind. That's Monster Bakey. So these are like all the games that. So these are all the games dating back from June 7th. Honestly, some of that stuff he came up with himself. Like he came up with that. Let me look at this. Okay, so this is his alternate account, right? This is Lil Tonka L, which you can see crap ton of matches, right? 53% win rate overall. Currently 1300 MR. But we played in room matches. I mean, just a ton, you know? So, like, I mean, just an absolute ton. I think you can go like this, right? Where I can go like search Lil Tonka L's replays, and then this will take me like all the way back. Oldest first. So how far back does he store these? Yeah. So this was his Chinese Marisa, yeah. So he placed in plat 3. So this was plat 3 is where he placed. And like it's not like it was like a fraudulent plat 3. Like he was legitimately plat 3. Like if I just boot up like the first game that he played, like here, let's just watch him play against this. Like that was like 8 hours or something, all against me. So like round start Superman to Superman. Okay, I did teach him Oki. He got out of plat pretty quick because I taught him this. He baited. He liked to bait TPs too much. Right there, he's not doing a combo that kills. Somehow he loses this round. Heavy demon block. Let's just spam Superman punch. He's not even doing it because he thinks he's gonna chip. He's just doing it because he wants to get out, like hit you. So like this is what I mean. Like this is like one of the first matches he ever played. Like that's, you know. I was also convinced this was going to be a wash, but in the exact way that we got it to be a wash. Right? So no, I mean like he placed plat 3. And he was master. So that was May 28th. And then maybe he placed plat 2 or something, but when did he hit master? See, he's like diamond 1, diamond 2 for quite a while. Yeah, I mean, that's what I told him, was like, who cares? It does no damage. And then we played a lot of custom rooms. And what you'll see is, like, even early on, like, he was playing the matchup okay. But, like, I was still winning most of these, you know? But, I mean, this is all one session. Like, this was the first session we played. This was June 3rd. This is the first time that we played. And we played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. 38 games. So we just played like a 38 game set. Just spammed it. And then a couple days later, we played another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Another 29 games a couple days later. So I want to say he hit master in like 2 weeks. You see, obviously, he played a lot. There he's Diamond 5. And then twenty-four 9 11, 24 9 2 1, 24 9 7 1. And then, so yeah, like 2 weeks. I mean, I don't know about clout. I'm not really, I don't really care about clout, but, or maybe you don't know that, but I'm just excited that people are, kind of seeing that what I'm doing. So, no, so like, yeah, he placed legit Plat 3, and he was master in a couple weeks, which I don't think is unreasonable if you know how to learn this game. And you have like, a modicum of fighting game experience, which Ludwig obviously does. Did I change scenes? I did, okay. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't like gonna tell anybody, but I did post that in the Discord, and then like, then I like showed everybody else. I was talking about playing Modern Guile. I thought maybe somebody would put it together, but as far as I was aware, no one really did. Yeah, just like Modern Guile, guys. Like it's just, it was funny. Like when I posted my Guile hitting Master like last week or something. No, Ludwig actually reached out to me. He so the way I found out was, I'm not gonna pull up my photos, but the way I found out was he was like a YouTube member. I just like was on my YouTube dashboard, and it was like new members, and showed Ludwig, and I was like, okay, haha, funny, But then I clicked it, and it linked to his actual channel. And then because I have like a Discord for members, and I don't know, I actually don't know. He said he was like in Strider's chat, and Strider was talking about it, and I think he said Stan's told him to play Honda though, like or like I don't really. I'm sure Ludwig will talk about it when he inevitably makes a video. How I secretly trained to destroy Tyler1 or something like that, or how I secretly trained to destroy my biggest rival, or who the heck knows, right? Who knows what he's going to title the video? But I'm sure he'll make a video. But he reached out to me, and at first I was like, "This is totally a scam," and then I was like, "Oh, that's cool." Like, when I saw the membership, I was like, "Really? That seems legit," And then when I have like a members Discord for my YouTube channel, you know, that's just like you pay the fee once and I'm never going to remove you. It's just like I don't want to have a ton of people in there, and it kind of feeds out, it kind of filters out some of the people that aren't that interested in actually being there. But I I saw that like he had sent me like a friend request or whatever, cuz or like to talk to me on Discord. And then when I checked the account, it like linked to Ludwig's, Twitter and Twitch. And I was like, what? And it just seemed like a total scam. But then he actually, you know, like asked, he's like, hey, I've got a show match against Tyler1 at the end of June. And I was vaguely aware of it, but I wasn't like super aware of it. And yeah, I think it's going to be a fun video too. But it's funny because, like, honestly, until this, I'd never watched a Ludwig stream or a Ludwig video. Like, all I vaguely knew of Ludwig was some of like the Big House Smash stuff. That is like all I vaguely knew about Ludwig. You know, that's pretty much it. Okay. Missed timer media, that's okay. Good jump, bad combo. Okay, we talked about this quite a lot, right? Where at this range, if he doesn't jump it properly, it just sort of really screws her over, right? And so, like, if he doesn't delay this, excuse me, not screws her over. So, like, Guile just goes the wrong way if he doesn't properly delay the flash kick there. And 1 second, my laptop is dying. So, I'm going to grab my charger for this now and plug it in as well. And that also means we're probably going to have to unplug the game capture for a second, because my stupid Mac only has 2 USB-C outlets. Thank you for the membership. That's crazy. Lewin, thank you. I appreciate it. I try to be active in the Discord. I'm not like in there all the time. If people talked more, I probably would, talk more. But I also try not to be super plugged in all the time. Okay, that was like the first time that he actually did this in this. Well, he didn't even do this, I don't think. I can't tell if he's baiting the flash kick here and then delay tax. I think that's probably what this is. That's a little unlucky. I love that OD Gladius. Super good. And then again, Ludwig can't react to DI. Jumps the super. And another one. And another member. Thank you as well, Bread Boy. Now I'm going to have Wonder Boy by Tenacious D in my head. Anytime I see the word boy, Wonder Boy. If you know, you know. So this is round 2. And Ludwig, I think, drops in this round too. Or maybe it's... Or no, this is the one with the tragic drop in round 3. But so, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, you see, like, people like, The stand heavy kick's getting him nothing. It's like that's because he's expecting Tyler to make an adjustment that he just isn't making. Yeah, honestly, that's probably where I would put him. Like, I think he's probably a 1400s level player generally, Ludwig. Um, his A's are okay if he's looking for it, but he hasn't like made it second nature yet. So, but I think he's got some potential actually. If he wanted to stick with the game, I don't think he will necessarily long term, but I'm not kidding you. I watched this live. I watched just the Evo events live, and then afterwards, I went into Brian F's chat and talked a little while, and then I rewatched Brian F's reaction, and that was hilarious. And then I rewatched it again on Ludwig's channel with Stan's hosting, and that was fun. Okay, that was a much better flash kick. There, that. You see, I talked about this like 20 minutes ago. Probably more. So, what I talked about was how you can walk out of this. Remember, I said there's spots where if you hold back, and push medium punch, yeah, definitely. Where if you walk back and press medium punch, boom, you push medium here, right? And you just buffer it. And I hate that he wasn't buffering it, because if he was buffering it, like this just connects and he just kills him. And that one too. There he's just moving too fast. His fingers are moving too fast. Doesn't get the combo. He kills him freaking 3 times here. And then this is tragic. It's tragic. I didn't know this dropped either. I swear, I did not know this dropped. Actually, I didn't know this dropped. I didn't know this dropped. Yeah. It full combos. From that range. I did not know that dropped. I always do like Quadriga here. Literally always do like Quadriga. What's really awful here is if he just does heavy, it kills. He doesn't even need level 3. If he just did charge heavy, it kills. He didn't even need level 3. That's what gets me. That's what gets me the most. Is he didn't need to do this. Well, I knew about heavy Dima. If you start with heavy Dima, yeah, and meanwhile Akuma can do like OD adamant flame into super. And it just like freezes you in the air. But he could just do he could do so many things here to kill. He could do OD Dima. And that's so sad because he even made the adjustment. I was watching this and I was like, "Oh my gosh, he's going to try to drive rush and he's going to burn himself out." That's what I was worried. I saw this conversion, I was like, "Oh my god, he's not going to know how much meter he has. He's going to drive rush and he's going to try to drive rush and burn himself out." And then I was like, and then I saw him go for this and I was like, "Yes, he made the adjustment. He realized he was low on drive." And then it freaking drops. I was like, "Oh my goodness." Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. So it's just a shame. Now, realistically, what's 100% consistent that he could do here? Just medium Gladius into level 3, right? Just do the Gladius and do the Gladius into level 3, and it'll kill. And you don't have to worry about a juggle at all. If you're feeling saucy, you do OD Gladius into level 3, OD Gladius into level 2. Doesn't really matter, but god dang, that's a shame, isn't it? I can't believe that drops. Crazy. So remember, the last game, game 7 that Tyler won, round 1, Ludwig had him stunned and did the wrong combo and could have killed. Game 8 that Tyler wins, Ludwig has the game-winning combo and drops it. Or it drops. He didn't really drop it. It just is inconsistent. And you see he's actually flabbergasted. But important here, the composure. What is he not doing? You see the reaction? We're laughing. We're laughing. It's good, right? Oh my goodness. I didn't even think to try to watch to watch the Twitch stream, to be honest with you. I was only watching YouTube stuff because I have YouTube Premium, so I never have to watch ads. I'm sure it does miss consistent with that string. I just didn't know that because I always do Quadriga from OD Dema if I'm going to level 3, right? Like I never, straight up, I never do Dema into Gladius into level 3. Like I just never do it. I knew that with heavy Dema, if you started with 6 HK, if you started with towards heavy kick, heavy Dema, heavy Gladius, level 3 whiffed. But I didn't realize that medium OD into Gladius whiffed. I didn't realize that was a consistent thing because I always do Quadriga there if I don't have meter. But anyway, he's smiling. This is not salt. This is mild irritation. He's not super upset. Tries to drive rush in, gets reacted to. That's fine. Okay, good delay tech. Bad Superman, I think. I think that was heavy Gladius, wasn't it? Good. We're mashing on hit. This round doesn't go super duper well. That sucked. Yeah, exactly. It's not a huge deal. I mean, he's up still 5 games at this point. Boom. This is kind of rough. Personally, I think he just brain farted because he's been doing OD Dema into the safe jump so much. So like doing a safe jump here doesn't matter. If he'd been paying attention, I think just if he would have done like medium into Phalanx, he probably would have baited the level 1. So if he would have done that, but that's not a huge deal. So, okay. Now we're into game number 9. Boom. Okay. Safe jump. I don't know why he does this instead of charge heavy. He's in the corner. I think he just lost track of where he was. It's not a huge deal. Perfect parry. Cool. Go for the safe jump again. I don't know why he did that. He could have just gone for the safe jump. Like, he's mixing stuff up when he doesn't need to, which is not doing him any favors. I think he kind of got hit by that on purpose. He was trying to get some drive back. Tyler waits, flash kicks it. That's fine. Okay. Flash kicks, that's fine. What I would tell him here is, Lud, just like look at the life situation. Like, just parry these. Like, what are you doing? Why are you trying to force the issue? Like, you've got a gigantic life lead. Just sit on it. Channel the inner Jigglypuff, you know? Channel the Puff player inside you. That's all it takes. Just channel the inner Puff player. And now we're in the spot where, like, what do we do? Right? Like, now we're in for it. Now it's rough. And that's a good reaction. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. That's something we talked about a lot, though. Okay, okay. This is another spot of it, what I was talking about, right? Target combo. See what happens here? It whiffs. All you got to do is just delay medium. Just like hold back, delay medium, and the TC comes out. Okay? I think he goes for overhead here, or command grab here. Yeah. Boom. He's a little far away for that. Boom. So this almost certainly he's trying to OD flash kick, but he just doesn't have the charge. So he eats it. And there you see swings with heavy kick. because he's like expecting something. This is actually a good conversion. I mean, he drops it in the end because why are you teaching him this combo? But whatever. Boom. And if you would have just done that at the end of the last game, you would have won. The safe jump he does mid screen is that was like the week 1 option. Off of OD Dima, you just do overhead. You just do overhead. And it's plus 42. And off of heavy Dima, it's plus 41, which means it beats EX DPs but loses delights. Loses delight DPs. This was something I did not teach him, by the way. This was something that he just started doing on his own because it was super freaking annoying. Because this is what happens when you play 40 games against a guy in a row. You just start doing goofy stuff. So Ludwig just kept poking with crouch light kick here to annoy the crap out of me. And it's actually a pretty decent option. Good Gladius. I don't mind the bait. Good anti-air. Unfortunately, gets thrown. Drops his conversion. Again, goes the wrong way. Okay, once again, here. He literally has a combo that kills. And he doesn't do it. This is game number 7. He loses this game. And again, he baits the flash kick. And instead of doing medium into OD Dima, into the combo that he did to end game 2, I think, or game 1. Yeah, exactly. That's why you do it. Well, he started doing it because I was doing that, where I was just I just kept throwing out Sonic Blade and just I just kept doing heavy Sonic Blade and then just letting it move forward for me. And then he was getting frustrated. So then he just kept walking up and pushing crouch leg kick and it was working really well. So I think that's why he started doing that, because he's had some practice against it. But here, if he just has if he just does a combo that he did earlier in the set, he wins. But instead he does throw and then he doesn't bait the DP. You went for throw. That's fine. He's still winning here. So this is okay. Now he tried to parry that boom and it didn't work for him. That's too far away. He knows that. That's too far away again. He knows that. That's just unlucky. That's a good trade for us. Yeah, exactly. All he needed to do was heavy punch. And Tyler goes on to win this game, right? So and Tyler won that game. So that's what I mean. Honestly, this kind of was a 10-3. Because every game that Ludwig lost, he had an opportunity to win. Literally, and I don't just mean well, he could have won. I mean he literally had a combo that would kill in all of those games and he just didn't do it. I think it's just kind of yeah, that is really just armor gap. It's not even about amount of charging. It's just about sometimes the spacing's rough. And Tyler was probably throwing heavy booms in spots where I threw light booms, and Ludwig was probably used to the timing of my light booms and his armor going through it. Is really what it came down to. Because I'm not kidding. The last set we played before Lud went to Evo, I think he had a 20-6 lead. He was kicking my ass in the matchup too. I think he just actually has a pretty decent grasp on it, especially when people play like this. Okay, get flash kicked. Who cares? Okay, so this is what I'm talking about, where I told him not to do phalanx. So you see he's walking back, right? So guy walks back. How much did you try to emulate Tyler specifically? A ton. For one, I don't know any combos. I only use auto combos. Okay. I tried to turn the game into reaction simulator. Now, I actually had Oki, so there's that. But I definitely was trying to play like Tyler, mostly. Yeah, we can watch some of those games. We can watch kind of how he was playing. I would have loved to see him bait there, but I get why he didn't. Good reaction. Who cares? Would have loved to see a whiff punish there. This is where the DP whiffs. And this is what gets me too, because like Sid, we talked about this a lot, where there's no reason not to block low here. He literally doesn't have access to an overhead in Modern, so there's no reason not to block your toes. Superman punch round start, but who cares? Like, that flash kick does no damage. And then the conversion baits it. This is death, by the way. If he hits this combo, it's just death. He wanted to do the whole cash out, and he didn't even need to do the whole cash out. I mean, he wins anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I mean, Guile doesn't have an overhead on Modern. The only overhead he has access to is off the target combo, so you don't really ever have to block. Then he screws up his meaty. And then we have this, right? And then we have him talk to them.
Hold on.
I know it sounds like crap.
Let me build it back up again. Getting the muscle memory back. We're trying. Okay.
Right.
Are you feel a little bit nervous right now? Look, his whole game plan switched up for you. Look, Tyler is.
But here, Ludwig here, I think you can. We talked about this, right? I have this set up so you have audio off the video. It just sounds like crap.
1600 rated. I'll tell you my account. It's Lil Tonka L. Bro, what? I am 1300 rated. I get my ass beat by Mai. Eat shit and die if you play Mai. I get my ass beat by Cammy. Eat shit and die if you play Cammy. Tyler has basically made
Okay, so here he's really just echoing things that Yeah, I think mainly it's just nerves, and he really hasn't, it's just crunchy, yeah. I'll have to figure out what I have to do to fix that, but he, I mean, what he's about to say is pretty much parroting stuff that I told him going into this set, right? This is just him echoing his coach.
game a reaction to jump in and a reaction to pressure on block. He's really good at dealing with that, and that's why Gladius has to beat it out. It's a tough matchup. Like, if he plays it, he can beat me. He just got to learn it. The issue is he has no meaty. He's got no Oki. I don't think he knows what a combo is outside of the auto combos. That last round, that last round, bro. If you just do the Oki for the DI, you win. Hey, there's a reason you stayed anonymous and picked his biggest counter.
So, like, that is very much him just echoing, the words that I told him leading up to the set, which is always feels good as a coach when, you got a guy that you've worked with that's kind of, yeah, I even coached the interview sections. Sick, by the way. This is expensive. This is expensive as a bait. But if you wanna, drive rush, check this. Right? I mean, he understands what Oki means. He knows it. Like, I've taught him. I didn't just tell him to do stuff. Like, I taught him how to play the game a little bit, I would like to think. So here we go. Boom. Overhead. Okay, so Lewin, you were saying you don't know the safe jump setup? It's literally just this. This is it. OD Dima. Down forward heavy punch. If you play Modern, you don't have this normal, which sucks. Boom. Jump. He doesn't loop it because it would burn him out, which I think is the right decision here. Command grab. Let's go. Drive rush here is not usually a good idea because there is no way for you to bait Guile flash kick here. So, like, this is just a punish. Once you do the drive rush, it's just a punish. But here, boom. I think he's trying to walk up throw there. Yeah, just play lame. Who cares? That your bar's coming back, right? You don't need to play super aggressive. Just play lame. See what he's doing? He's just like, anything will kill, so I don't need to swing with big stuff. I say as he just charges a Gladius. Okay. Back to the towards medium punch. He uses that button more than I do. I need to use it more. Okay, there's the OD Sonic Boom. I think it was probably supposed to be Gladius. He's not a big heavy puncher. Bad jump. It's okay. I think at this point, it's just sort of exhaustion. Like, you're just kind of like, oh my gosh, we're in game 11. Like, it's just hard to keep up the focus. That was obviously supposed to be throw. Needed to stand leg kick. Yeah, he uses 4-meter punch better than I do, too. I don't use it enough. And there's a round, but who cares? Because now Guile has no meter, right? Like, that's how I feel about it. It's like, okay, who cares? I don't know. I saw somebody on like the live stream fails, subreddit. I was talking about this, like, he's not even doing the stuff that makes the matchup bad for yeah, OD Dima's it's like one more frame of advantage. I think it's like 2 frames higher. But yeah, off of Heavy Demon it's only plus 41, but OD does give you a real safe jump. Where somebody's like, he's not even doing the stuff that makes the matchup bad for Guile. And I'm like, are you watching this? Like, what do you mean he's not doing the stuff that makes the matchup bad for Guile? I can only assume that person doesn't actually know how to play the game. That's my assumption. Because, like, he's doing Gladius, man. Like, Gladius is what makes the matchup bad for Guile. Gladius in this range right here. Yeah. He's not doing anything that makes the matchup bad for Guile. That right there, that sequence, you see this right here? Well, yeah, he doesn't really love the level 1. That's just the completion of the medium auto combo. So it just comes out. Like, that's it. And he does but it's like, standing in this range and doing Gladius, that was supposed to be medium, almost assuredly. Boom. Again, there's so many times where I'm like, if you're going to bait a flash kick, okay, just delay tech behind it. And he just wouldn't. Yeah, I know. Okay, I think he has a combo. If he does the OD combo there, I think he kills too. But he delayed that enough to go through it. That's fine. Doesn't have charge. 8-3. At this point, I was like, okay, cool. Sure, it's supposed to be Gladius, but why not? It works. So this is something I talked about too. We talked about all these spots where Guile really doesn't actually have frame advantage. So, like, if you don't know, his stand heavy kick, for some reason I have Street Fighter 5 up on FAT. Guile, stand heavy kick, is -4 on block. Okay. So even off of drive rush here, this is 0. Okay. And we talked about that. And with Bazooka Knee. It's very difficult to actually make those moves plus, even out of drive rush. Bad swing with the heavy kick is what it is. Boom. That was actually something we talked about too, was that Tyler does not flash kick as many of these Superman punches as you would think that he would. He actually blocks quite a few of them. Like, this is another spot. I think he tried to push medium here. If he would have just done what I talked about earlier and done the little walk back, if he would have walked back here and then hit medium, it would have counter hit. It would have punish countered. Like, there again. Overhead. Get hit by the cross up. He should loop it. He doesn't. He's going to go for command grab here. Nope. Okay. This was actually something I talked about too. I talked about doing too. Was something I noticed looking at his VODs on CFN, was that Tyler very often, he mashes DP when he's in combos. So I'd talked to Ludwig about intentionally dropping a combo. Hey, Nismar, how you doing? I talked to Ludwig about like intentionally dropping the combo, but that wasn't intentional. Obviously, that was an accident. But I did talk to him about like, hey, drop the combo on purpose, and then just like block the flash kick. Like if he's okay, this is what I was talking about. This is what I was talking about. So this is probably like an hour ago at this point that I was talking about this. But what I was saying was if you do drive rush into command normals, okay? If you drive rush into a command normal, you have to push the direction and the button really close to the same time. So what happens here is if Tyler gets drive rush bazooka knee here, it's even on block, right? It's 0. It's not plus, it's 0. But he is not, no one ever told him really how to do this. So when he does this extended drive rush, he hits back and then he hits light kick, or light, I guess, on modern. And what that means is that now this is not 0 on block. This does not get the extra frame advantage. You can tell because Guile's not green, right? So here, this is -4, which is why when Lud mashes medium punch, Tyler gets counter hit because he did the input wrong. And that was something that I taught, not to toot my own horn again, but the idea that you have to push the direction and the button like at the same time out of a drive rush is something I taught Ludwig like week 1 because like otherwise you're not gonna be able to do like drive rush, crouch, medium kick or anything like that. Trading here, okay. I'm assuming that's supposed to be Gladius. This is something I wish he would have worked on, is pressing medium punch here instead of crouch jab, but doesn't really matter that much. Throw, love it. I'd probably bait DP here. You know, he went for meaty. That's okay. Boom. The Gladius. The Phalanx. I'm 95% sure that this is him going for command grab. And he just screws up the input. That's supposed to be command grab. That's also supposed to be command grab. So if you were wondering what the heck are the sweeps about, which most Marisa players probably knew what this was supposed to be, but people that didn't play Marisa probably were confused. He tries to DI him. It doesn't even suck because, like, who cares? Modern level 3, he's still burnt out. Now he has no meter. I wish we just waited for the jump. He literally just has the kill. If he just does Gladius into level 3 there, it kills. I don't know what he's mashing for. I love this, though. And then he goes for this. Gets the punish. So he wins it anyway, right? Nodding our head. We're in a good mood. We're feeling great. Intercepted. Safe jump. Do it again. Safe jump. That's the only one he blocked in the entire set. Look at this. It only takes, 13 games for Tyler1 to learn that he has to block this cross up standing. Like, okay, somebody said, drills and stuff that didn't even show up. Like, it was this. It was like we'd prepared okay, Tyler might start waking up with parry here so we can block and still keep charge. Like he might parry the jump in so we can keep charge. And if he does that, then you're just going to empty jump into throw. Right? But, boom. Did the wrong combo. Doesn't matter. This still kills. He drops it. Unfortunate. Boom. That's the only Scudemy did raw in the entire set, by the way. It's the only Scudemy did raw in the entire set. We're being reckless with our drive gauge. Who cares? Set point. Anti-air with jump light kick. There's no reason to not do this with jump medium punch, but whatever. Into throw. Only if that nemesis has very exploitable weaknesses. No, I'm kidding. I had so much fun coaching here. I don't know why he did this combo. Boom. Tries to throw here. That's fine. Who cares? Huge lead. Huge lead. Who cares? We get flash kicked. I wish you would have done OD to bait that out. Jump into it. Who cares? And this is something Tyler also does. Is he'll just whiff this and just mash medium target combo. And I guarantee that's what he was doing here too. He just whiffs into mash medium target combo. Boom. And that's it. That's 10-3, baby. That felt so good. That felt so good to watch. It was a ball. It was just a culmination of everything. It's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. So again, and each of the games that Ludwig lost, he pretty much just like dropped a combo that would kill. Just food for thought. So it felt good. It felt good to watch Marisa win. It felt good to watch Guile lose. No, it wasn't close, not at all. And I knew it wasn't going to be. I think Ludwig had tweeted that he thought like 10-4. 10-3 was kind of the score I had in my head. And that's what it ended up being. I didn't want to get too ahead of myself, and I didn't want to have Ludwig feeling like too big for his britches or anything, but it was just like what? Like I don't know. Felt good to watch. Anything else you guys want to see? Were you ever worried Tyler1 would get some help from J1 or something? Honestly, at first I was upset I wasn't going to be able to be there, right? And because he's like, well, there's mid-set coaching. But then when I saw the broadcast, I was like, oh, I wouldn't have got the mid-set coach anyway. It would have just been one of these guys on the couch. Then I was like, okay, whatever. I wish I could have been there. It would have been great, but, can't always move your life around to fly to Vegas for a day. So is what it is. But no, I was not worried Tyler would okay, what help were they going to give him though? Like, even if they told him you can block that safe jump. It's like, okay, well, we still have a safe jump, right? Like, we still have a safe jump. And then that's actually something I wanted to show. How charged am I? Can I do this now? Okay. 1 second. So what I was saying, or actually something that I talked to a lot about was what if he does start blocking the safe jump? Okay. So let me pull up my game capture here. Okay. So let me go to training mode real quick. Okay. So something I talked about was, and I'm going to play Guile here. So I'm going to record Marisa doing a safe jump on me. Okay. And I don't know what any of these are. So I'm just going to have Marisa record a safe jump. Okay. And I'm going to do that. Okay. So here's the thing is you can't flash kick that, right? Because it's a safe jump. Now you can parry here. So like if I'm holding down back and I parry, then I can flash kick here, right? But if I block this, I actually can't get charge in time to flash kick that command grab. And Tyler does not know how to jump command grabs. So, like, even if he started blocking this, we were just going to go into... Like, if he started blocking this, we were just going to go into command grab. And this jump in is plus 11. So, like, my recording delayed it. But, like, let me actually just show that I'm not huffing paint here. Whoops. Okay. So, like, if you block this, you literally cannot flash kick this, right? So, like, if you want to get out of this, you can't jab it. You can't throw it. So what do you have to do? You have to jump, or you have to backdash. Look me in the eye and tell me that you think Tyler1 was ever going to jump or backdash that command grab in a million years. So even if he would have blocked the safe jump, going into command grab there at plus 11 is pretty much like unavoidable in Tyler's mind because he cannot flash kick that. Okay? So, like, he literally, like, what was he going to do? Other than just eat the command grab for 2,500 damage, what was he going to do? Right? Like, it doesn't... Maybe. Depends when he would have found out. Like, if Ludwig would have just announced early that, hey, I'm going to play Marisa, you know? Like, it's, you know, we wouldn't have kept the whole thing secret. Maybe. Maybe. It would have been closer, for sure. But I think it's really hard to break habit, though. So, like, would Do have been able to condition him to stop doing this all the time? Maybe. You know? Would he have conditioned him to not level 1, you know, a phalanx? Yeah, I know, and it didn't work, right? So that's what I'm saying. So, like, he didn't, you know, like, he didn't, you know, dude told him, like, stop OD flash kicking all the time, you know, and Tyler just, you know, even if he wanted to listen, at this point, he's got thousands of, you know, matches under his belt, and it's like, what's he going to do, you know? Like, that's so hard to break that habit. So, yeah. I mean, well, that was the thing about Ludwig, right? Is he was pretty much a blank slate. Like, there's Marisa players that have been playing a lot longer that, you know, are stuck, you know, at ranks. Obviously, maybe people in this chat or whatever that are, you know, kind of feeling stuck. You know, they wish they were 1,300. But Ludwig didn't have any bad habits to break. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like, oh my goodness, he does this all the time. No, he didn't. And that was something that, like, I think their first session, Du was trying to teach him was like, hey, if they're at, you know, a certain range, you want to do crouch heavy punch or stand medium kick to anti-air. You don't always need to anti-air with flash kick. You know, I'm not trying to fire shots. What I'm trying to say is sometimes what's holding you back is some habit that you've acquired through repetition, right? So, yeah, exactly. So, like, that's what I'm saying. And, like, when I'm telling you that, like, yeah, I mean, that happens. And again, a lot of it's habits. You know, I do replay analysis just in case you're ever wondering. I was going to look at this for Bakey, actually, for, ad. I don't want to do that on stream though. But like this is every match that Tyler played against Mariza since the Ingrid update. There were maybe like 5 games before the Ingrid update, but then of course that didn't stick. So like how many of these did he win? There's 1. There's 2. That's it. So like when he says this is his worst matchup, he's not wrong. I don't think she's Guile's worst matchup, but you can literally look at this and you can go matches per character. And you can see that in phase 12, he's, like 3-32 against Mariza or something. Yeah. I mean, that, and to be fair, Bubble Mayhem or Mayhem, you call you Bubble or Mayhem. But I was telling that, I told, that's what I told Ludwig early too, is like, don't tack in the corner. If you're gonna, if you think a throw's coming, just jump out. And I think that's really good advice because, you tack, you get shimmied, you lose, you get punish countered, you lose 80% against, 50% against most characters, 60% against, 60, 65%. But okay, the number one thing that's wrong that I really don't understand how they're allowed. Cool, I'll call you Mayhem then. So just because I don't know, sounds tougher than Bubble, I guess. So the number one thing, Guile should not keep charge if he's mashing flash kick on modern. That is absurd. It is actually just absurd. Because literally you can't do it on classic. Okay, so let me show this real quick. So I don't know if any of you aren't like super versed in Street Fighter or whatever, but if I pick Guile here, now I'm gonna pick classic Guile for a second. Okay, I'm gonna pick Ryu. Okay, so there's a thing in this game called DPOS. So that stands for Dragon Punch Option Select. So the idea is if you do like a drive rush cancel into something that's not real, right? It's something that's not real, right? You can flash kick this, right? But the thing is for Guile, as soon as I do up forward, okay, as soon as I let go of down, I lose charge, right? So what that means is if I do something like this, right, where Ryu gets this, if I try to, if I like wait this whole time, I can OD flash kick the mix up afterwards, right? But if I try to OD flash kick OS this, I can't flash kick the throw anymore, right? Well, on modern, that is not an issue. Okay, so on modern, you just mash it and you never lose the charge. So like here, I'm going to blow up the fake thing. Right? But then if he does the real frame trap, I can still flash kick afterwards. So like this is something that literally classic Guile cannot do. Literally just can't do this. Now I'm just mashing this. Now obviously Ryu doesn't have to go for a mix. He could shimmy here at the end, right? But the idea is like you can just OS this. I mean, look at my inputs. I'm literally just mashing special. I'm holding down back and mashing special. So like I can defend myself against the 50-50 after the drive rush cancel jab, right? After the crouch medium kick drive rush into jab. and I also interrupt anything that's fake. So to me, that is something where if Guile pushes this, I don't care if he's holding down back, he needs to lose charge. Like, I honestly think that they just couldn't figure out a good fix for it. Like, I mean, it doesn't matter for any other character, right? So, like, if I do Ryu here, it doesn't matter because Ryu just does his DP, right? So, like, where do I have it? Oh, it's because I picked classic like a dipshit. Okay, I was like, why am I not doing this? Okay, modern, that works. So, like, you know, for characters with traditional DPs, that's just how it works, right? But it's really busted for a character like Guile because he just hold down back. Like, he just holds down, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he just holds down back and just does it. And it doesn't. So, like, to me, if Guile inputs a flag, like, I don't know how they would do that, though. That's the thing. Like, but I feel like he should lose charge. Like, if he pushes this, he needs to, like, they need to find a way to implement it to change the way they do input reading. I mean, I don't want to turn this into a modern thing, but I do agree. This should not hit confirm. Okay. Like, because right now you just mash this and you get it hit confirm. It's kind of more egregious off of lights, I think. Especially in the case of Guile, where it actually does like a super optimal combo. Does Modern Chun get it? Classic Chun will have it too because, well, okay, that's actually, you know what? I'm glad that you mentioned that because that actually brings up another reason Modern Guile is stupid. Okay. So I'm going to select Ryu. Okay. So this actually is a spot where Modern is better than, this is actually a spot where Classic is better than, well, you can do this on Classic. So if I have Ryu do crouch medium kick drive rush into crouch light kick, for example. Okay. So this is a true block string, right? In the sense of, oh, it's not a true block string. Never mind. Let me do a different setup then. So I'm going to have Ryu do stand heavy punch, drive rush cancel, crouch medium kick. Okay. And that's a block string, right? So I can't mash on this. But what you'll notice is this game does not have absolute guard. Yeah, it is. Yeah, her Tensho kicks is down. But you cannot, if you let go of down here, any down direction. So you can hold down back, you can hold down forward even, okay? And you'll keep blocking the low. But if you let go of down at all, you get hit by the low, right? And it doesn't matter. So what you do here is you can do a crouching DP motion and it doesn't come out. You see how that's not coming out? I'm mashing DP. It doesn't come out. But if he does like stand heavy punch into overhead, which will have a gap on block, the DP does come out. Okay. Do you have to double input down? No, because there will be a modern input for it. Okay. So you have to do like a modern mash input here, right? So this is like me doing a classic input. On modern, now you can do the classic input here on modern, so that's not what I'm saying. But say you play like Tyler, and you don't have modern inputs, right? If I want to DP this, I actually can't DP this. You see how I'm trying to DP here, and it's not coming out? That's because this is actually a block string. Right? This is actually a block string. But I have to hold down. But in order to do the modern DP, I can't be holding down. Okay? Right? So because this game doesn't have absolute guard on crouching. So you have to be holding a down direction to block lows, even if you're in block stun. Okay? So what that means is like if you're just doing modern inputs, there's nothing you can do here, right? Like you actually have to hold it. And that's true for classic Guile too. So if I'm just playing Guile with classic inputs for a second, right? And he does this, if I'm trying to flash kick something, I have no absolute guard. I have to do the input, right? I have to do the input. I'm screwing it up. I have to do the actual like flash kick input. What that means is if he goes for a low, even though it's block stun, I will get hit by it, right? But once again, on modern, that is not an issue because I can just sit there and mash it. So like right, and it doesn't come out till there's a gap. So to me, that is one of the stranger things that they have allowed modern Guile to have. And honestly, it is something like if that didn't exist, Tyler would have way less success because people could exploit this like mashing way too easy. I'm just curious. You asked about Chun, so I'm going to check it out too. My guess, I don't know. Most anti-air specials in modern are that's classic. Most anti-air specials in modern are set to forward for exactly that reason, because they don't want you to be able to mash this in block stun. I mean, seriously, like, I really think that's why they did it, because they could have easily set it to down or something. I think they set it to forward very much on purpose so that you wouldn't have it. So, like, on modern, it's just like... But Chun-Li actually can't do that either, right? Because she has to let go of down. So, like, if she wants to do this, she has to go neutral. So, like, I think you can probably time it that way so that, like, you're not... Yeah. So, like, Chun can sort of do it. But most SC2 modern inputs are built that way, but then you're spending 2 hours. Exactly. Like, that's at least balanced because it's like, okay. Well, and also there's a lot of level 2s that aren't even invincible, right? Like, Luke's is, Jamie's isn't, Manon's is, Kimberly's is, Marisa's is, Lily's is, JP's isn't, Jury's isn't, DJ's is, but his level 1 isn't. Cammy's is, I guess, Ryu's is, Honda's is, Blanca's isn't, Giles isn't, Ken's isn't, Chun's is, Geef's is, but his level 1 isn't, Dalsim's is, but it doesn't hit you if you're crouching. Rashid's is not invincible. Aki's is. Ed's isn't invincible. Akuma's is. Bison's is. Terry's is. Mai's is. Elena's is, but her level 1 isn't. Sagat's is. Viper's is, but her level 1 is too. Alex's is. Ingrid's isn't. So, like, yeah, it's super good. It's really, really good modern super. I totally got cheesed by Ken the other day, by a Ken that played like a absolute dope, who he just did level 2 on block, and I completely forgot it was -5 now. And I got hit by ODDP afterwards. Like, I just completely forgot it was -5. I felt like an idiot. I was like, "Are we kidding? Are we kidding here?" So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm glad Alex doesn't have a better reversal. I could see them doing what they I think probably like that's the kind of like a be careful what you wish for, because I think the only way they could buff it to like make this a better reversal would be to do what it did in SF5, which would mean that it would whiff on crouch. So it was invincible against strike, but it whiffed on crouch. Either that, or I suppose this could be sped up to like 8 frames or something. Because his supers are slow. That actually makes me realize I need to be doing medium, medium, empty on Alex more often because he can't super it. But so I don't know. I don't know that there's a whole lot we could do to make Alex have better reversals. I also don't know that he really needs one. What do I think his issue is? I don't know. He's just weird. Because it all depends. Like, you can do that. Like, I'm still not even sure, like, what his best enders are. Like, I'm not even sure if, like, this is better or worse than this. Like, I actually don't know that yet. Let's see a text series on Blanca. Yeah. Blanca scares me, man. Spear makes you feel alive. Can you show the guy auto combo being safe on block even if you mash? In what? Which auto combo? Heavy? Or medium? Because they're all safe. You can mash this pretty hard too before the third hit comes out. Like, you see how I'm mashing this, and it just doesn't even like come out most of the time. And then medium, yeah, you're -6, but you're kind of spaced out. I don't know who has a good 6-frame button. None of them require any hit confirming. I mean, you set the bot to random block, and it's like, cool, it hit. To me, the egregious thing is if the first one is blocked, right? So if I do block count and I have him just block the first hit, right? No human being, okay, so like if I go to classic for a second, okay? Let me just pick Marisa for an instant, right? Okay. If I see jab, like, this is just how human beings do hit confirms, right? Is if I do jab, like, I'm confirming the first one with the second one, right? So like if I do jab and the first one is blocked, I'm not going into the special move. Now maybe I can do 3 of them if I'm close, and then I can realize that the second one hit. But the issue with the auto combos is that they'll confirm off this second hit. So like no human being would go into standing light kick here. No human being is going to do this. Because when you do this jab, when you do the first hit, you're going to be like, oh, it was blocked. And you're just going to stop. Unless you have like a good light sequence, right? But like you see this first one blocks, you know? And I think this probably catches 4 frames too, right? Yeah. So like it also frame traps. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like, I mean, that's on cancel though, right? Like you're not canceling this. You got a little bit more time, but you're not going like, oh, cool, let me just go into this, the string here. Like, this would be really, really tough to actually do. But Modern just lets you kind of spam the crap out of it. And this is also the thing, right? No human being is hitting this super here. Literally 0 humans on the planet will hit this. Because again, you're not seeing, oh, the second one hit. Like during the second one, you're doing you're seeing if the first one was hit or blocked. no human being would do super here. And I think this even happened in the match, right? And there's no risk to it because you're just mashing auto combo. I think they've got some things to figure out with modern going forward, but I think it's going to stay. I just hope they kind of figure it out. Well, folks, I want to say thank you for stopping by. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I will almost certainly put out like an actual video kind of talking about some of the techniques and stuff that we did, I'll share some of the videos that I sent to Ludwig and things and strategies that we had. But I think that is going to wind it up for the day. Once again, thank you everybody for stopping by. Thank you for the couple memberships that we had. I would also like to say once again, if you just want to support me, I would really appreciate it if you would consider checking out my book, Zealot's Trial, available on Amazon for ebook and print. And then print is pretty much available everywhere. So I'm hoping to stream more, hoping to get this OBS thing figured out. We got it a little bit. The start was kind of rough, but darn, just tuned in. You'll have to watch the AVOD. Just skip like the first 20 minutes. It's me figuring out how to set up my microphone. So again, thank you all, and peace.